Hello there and welcome to another edition of In Case You Missed It, a social media show where we take a look back in October to see what kind of cool events that your TV Chatham has covered. As well, we take a little bit of a trek into the Facebook world and take a look at some of those awesome groups that make this municipality what it is. And I am so pleased to have, I'm sure you've seen him around, whether he's in a ring punching somebody or you've took a look over at Hub Creative and seen some of his work. TEDx perhaps, have you seen that? We have John Lyons here talking a little bit about a lot of the things, in fact a plethora of things that he does here.
A plethora.
I love, it's the word I use, it's the trademark, it's third episode in, and I'm so happy that you've taken time out of your very chaotic schedule to come in and talk about, as you can see behind us, a brand new Facebook page called Marketing Foundations, digital and social media marketing groups for nonprofit agencies and foundations.
Right.
So thank you very much for joining us here on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So it's a brand new Facebook page that literally just popped up, because when I do my research about some of these Chatham areas and talk about some of the groups, I look from top to bottom, left to right, about what kind of things this group does, but it's
Couldn't
new.
find it. So it's brand new. Like yesterday we launched, and it's a Facebook group, which is a little bit different than a Facebook page. So this is a Facebook group designed to bring together people who are in the marketing or communications field in the nonprofit sector. So our business Hub Creative, we do a lot of nonprofit work. We do a lot of branding and communications for nonprofits and foundations, hence the name Marketing Foundations. And we thought that we would start to talk about some of the bigger successes, and this is a place for people to come and ask questions about their branding or their marketing, or more importantly, their social media strategy.
It's such a cool thing that the nonprofit agencies, they need that helping hand. We have some great organizations, whether it's United Way, Canadian Cancer Society, even some awesome church groups like Wraparound and NeighborLink. So what is, obviously the mission statement is to help them out. What is one of the first things that maybe they say, you know, I don't know what to do to really get myself out in all those social media tools? What's one of the first pieces of advice to start?
I talk about the 6 C's of social media, and it's connect, create, convert, curate. I mean, there's 6 C's. And obviously, I don't know them all off the top of my head.
There's too many of them.
There's too many. No, 6 is the perfect amount of things that you can do on a daily basis to help grow, to build and grow your network. So just start by connecting and commenting and build your community on social media that way. And it doesn't have to be Facebook. It could be wherever your tribe is, whether they're on Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook. For us, for this particular group, it is definitely Facebook. And Facebook makes it easy with groups, right?
Absolutely.
So just start building your community, and your vibe attracts your tribe. And I've said this time and time again, that what you put out there, you know, will attract the people that, you know, like-minded individuals, whether they're in the marketing side or in the margarita side, right?
That's true.
Social media has made it so easy for these groups to come together, and not just locally, but across the country or even across the world.
What is the magic number that you hope to have this page reach in numbers?
So there's a lot in that question. So let me say, I have a goal. I'd like to have 100 members by the end of the year.
Sure.
But the magic number is however many it takes, right? And even though we just started this page yesterday, we're going to talk and we're going to manage this group like we had those 100 people. And that's an important thing when you're first starting out. Just because you have 1 member or 2 or 5 or 10, you always have to think big. Always talk and communicate like there's 100 people or 1,000 people listening. We run a podcast, the Marketing Foundations podcast, and again, that's for online branding and marketing for people in the nonprofit space. And I am sure when we did our first broadcast, 2 people listened.
Yep.
You know, but that didn't impact my interview style, or I knew nobody was listening the first time we released it. But the fact is, people will find it, and you have to talk and communicate like you are talking to your full audience,
Absolutely.
right?
Yep. So we talked about all the social media tools, talked about gathering the tribe. Do you think there is a top of the line Facebook or social media tool that really attracts, your online audience?
Oh, a tool like a app or a software tool?
If you had to go into a boxing ring and put an Instagram against a Snapchat or a Facebook versus a Twitter, what do you think is the secret to getting great reaches out there?
Okay, the secret is not an app. The secret is you. It's your engagement. It's how much you put yourself out there to attract your ideal, I say customer, but your ideal customer, prospect, donor. It's you. You're your own secret weapon. And it's being true and authentic to not only yourself, but to your brand. And if you can do that, then you will attract the right people. Right. If you're Snapchat or Instagram or Facebook, the battle isn't between those platforms. The battle is because the people on the photography side, I'm a photographer, Instagram is king for me there.
Picture speaks 1,000 words.
So, if you're asking me about what's king on my photography business, Instagram.
Yep.
But what's king for Hub Creative, Facebook and Twitter. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to make Snapchat work for the photography business.
For the youth business, they have Snapchat out there and they're using it, to put the silly filters on there. But in 10 seconds that snap is on, or even the Snap Insta Stories.
Right.
You can brand a lot.
People are social anyway.
Yeah.
Right. So, you see these people at parties, and if I see you out, I'm not gonna tweet you from across the room, right?
No, you'll go and say hi, and then, hey, can we take that selfie?
Yeah.
Which that's a whole other show that I'm going to bring another
the
guest.
Selfie show.
So, John, thank you very much for coming on the show. I'm going to close up here. So, how again can we join up with any of the nonprofit organizations? Joining up with marketing foundations, find you, or just send a request? What's the trial?
Oh my gosh, there's so many questions.
I could go on forever.
To find this, just search marketing foundations. Mm-hmm. Easy peasy. And then I'm available. You can find me anywhere online. I'm on all the platforms, Facebook, Twitter. You can find me.
Absolutely, that's great. So, John, thanks again for coming on the show.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
You are a guru in the world of social media, and I'm sure our audience out there has learned a little more about how you can, exploit yourself in the world of business or just personal tequila world as well. Which is, everybody's got their own, spot niche in the Facebook world, and you've got, the business and, the photography, a little bit of everything. So thanks again for coming on to the show.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Now, Chatham-Kent, in case you missed it, you're probably wondering what happened in the month of October. This month. It's November now, actually.
Oh my God, it's November already.
It's gone that fast. We're almost near Christmas. So we're going to look at a couple of events that we covered here in November. Remembrance Day. We got a couple of, theater shows. The Lion Sleeps Tonight, that just happened this month, so which raised a plethora of money.
There's the word again.
Plethora. It's not the word. It's amount of money for the new animal shelter. So take a look at that, and we'll see you next month for another edition of In Case You Missed It. We'll see you soon.
See ya.